Welcome to Spiritual Journey to Ancient Mysteries, from the Unveiled Mysteries by the Ascended Master Saint Germain, Vegetarian, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Guy Warren Ballard was a United States mining engineer and co-founder, together with his wife Edna Ann Wheeler Ballard, of the I Am spiritual movement, inspired by his life-changing meeting with the Ascended Master Saint Germain, Vegetarian. One morning in 1930, Mr. Ballard, led subconsciously by his inner spiritual longing, went on a hike on beautiful Mount Shasta, located in the western U.S., where, according to legend, a group of divine adepts reside or could be seen. His sincerity and deep longing for the truth led to a profound experience that day. He was blessed by the appearance of the beloved Master Saint Germain. Following this enlightening encounter, Mr. Ballard devoted his life to spreading the Master's wisdom according to his capacity. From Master Saint Germain's dictations and teachings, Mr. Ballard wrote a series of books under the pseudonym Godfrey Ray King. Master Saint Germain's imparted spiritual knowledge was the basis for many lectures given by Mr. Ballard, as well as for the founding of the I Am religious activity in the early 1930s. By 1938, it had up to 1 million devotees. Today, the volumes documenting the valuable mysteries revealed by the Ascended Master to Godfrey Ray King are still fascinating spiritual gems for many across the globe. The three most famous volumes are titled Unveiled Mysteries, The Magic Presence, and The I Am Discourses. Ascended Master Saint Germain is deeply venerated among the Theosophical Society as he represents the establishment of the Aquarian Age, an era that we are privileged to be witnessing. He is also identified with the Count of Saint Germain, Vegetarian, a mysterious European figure who possessed great inner knowledge and was called immortal by some due to his everlasting youth. Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, during a conference in 2022, spoke of the rarity of humans having contact with ascended masters.
Very few people can see ascended masters.
Oh, that's right.
Unless they are going up higher, and the ascended master has to lower themselves down a little. We have asked some of the ascended masters teaching, like Saint Germain.
Yes, Master.
And Master Moya and all that.
Yes.
Yes.
Master.
They appear to one or two people only.
Yes,
Master.
true, yes.
Mostly they don't always appear. They appear sometimes, but mostly they just dictate their teaching.
Let us continue our journey of discovering the magnificent grandeur of the enigmatic Yellowstone while also learning about the advanced and wise Inca civilization, as revealed by Ascended Master Saint Germain, Vegetarian. Chapter 4 Mysteries of the Yellowstone. As these words were spoken, a great shaft of light blazed forth, filling the chamber with points of brilliant prismatic colors. They darted everywhere in the room, and all became a blaze of rainbow light, pulsing with life. "See, my son," said Saint Germain, "how perfectly you can let the great God Self express itself. You shall soon be able to do this consciously and at will whenever you desire. Notice the stalactite effect on the ceiling and the silver-white appearance of the walls. They are all made of precipitated substance, and the room is maintained at the same comfortable temperature at all times." We crossed to the far end of the chamber and stood before a polished archway in the wall. Saint Germain placed his hand upon it, and a door opened, disclosing the wonderful white metal equipment for making the records. "In the age we are now entering," he continued, "much equipment will be brought into humanity's use that has been preserved and so will not have to come through either the avenue of invention or discovery." "How is it?" I asked. that everything in this retreat and the mines are kept so free from dust and the ventilation so good. That, he explained, is very simple. The ascended masters use the same force to cleanse and ventilate, by which they produce heat, light and power. The emanation from any one of them as they pass through the mines or chambers instantly consumes all unnecessary substance. It is nearing the second morning since leaving your body, and we must now return. We passed through the audience chamber out of the door at the left of the tube and stood once more under the light of the stars. We came back to my room quickly, and a moment later I was again in my body. Saint Germain stood beside me, holding out the familiar crystal cup, filled this time with an amber-colored liquid. I drank it and felt the vivifying effects pass through every cell of my body. Now sleep as long as you can, he said and disappeared from sight. I must have slept soundly, for I awakened many hours later completely refreshed, my body renewed in strength and power. Chapter 5 Inca Memories. The next 10 days passed uneventfully. Through past training, I never went to sleep without holding my attention upon the great God Self within and sending a thought of loving gratitude to Saint Germain. On the evening of the 11th day, while retiring, I heard his voice say distinctly, "Come." I had learned to obey that call and immediately stood outside of my body, passed quickly through space, and in a few moments came to the royal Teton. He stood upon its side, awaiting my arrival. This time he had called me to come to where he was. I obeyed and saluted him. "At your service," I said. Stepping to his side and smiling at me, he replied, "We have work to do. Let us go." I was fully aware of the direction in which we traveled, certain we were going a little west of south. Soon we saw the lights from a city, and Saint Germain, directing my attention to them, remarked, "Los Angeles." After traveling some distance farther on, we passed over another lighted section, and this time to my inquiry, he answered, "Mexico City." We then came to a tropical forest and began to descend. Presently we stood upon an old ruins. These are the ruins of the ancient temple of Mitla in the state of Oaxaca, Mexico, he explained. You three came into embodiment to give assistance as the Inca civilization reached its apex, with the approval of the ascended masters who were directing your own growth. You chose to come into the Inca family to give the service needed at that time. Here you were born as the children of an Inca ruler who was a strong soul of great growth and illumination. In deep love for his people, he called to the one supreme God for light abundance and perfection to bless them and the land. The Inca's devotion to his source was very great, for he knew and consciously acknowledged the power of the great central sun. This true understanding was taught to the Incan people, and because they knew to what the great central sun referred, used the sun as the symbol of the Godhead. They had real inner understanding and acknowledged the fullness of the power from this great central sun, which today we call the Christ, for it is the heart of the Christ activity in the universe. For more information on the Ascended Master Saint Germain Vegetarian, the I Am teachings and Godfrey Ray King's books, please visit stgermainfoundation.org or im-activity.eu.